Ooh, girl. This may be a lot.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
So what's going on, you all? I have decided to do this video because I feel like it's absolutely necessary. I really don't do much content like this on YouTube per se. I kind of take it to Patreon because I feel more like a safe space. Being online and being, I guess, authentic comes with its shit. Like, girls will pick apart everything that you do, da 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 da. You can't be vulnerable, you can't be these things. But I decided to do this in response to being the strong friend. Bitch is tired. The strong friend doesn't exist. I am not a strong person. I'm a regular person. And I think that I have tried to be strong for a lot of people. And I think that it is more labor and more ask of me for being a fat, dark-skinned person. And it's quite annoying, to be honest. And I've noticed it in response to me losing weight over the last couple of months. It's a conversation I've been having privately with one of my close friends. You know them, Deshaun Harrison. Like, I talked to them about this whole experience of me while I was in the gym and how people perceive me and how some folks started to see me less like a caretaker and more of a person that, oh, this is someone who is human, like he's attractive, he's this and that. And I think that friends do not understand that they do this thing. But I have noticed since I have lost weight and my body has changed, my friends have engaged me differently. I can feel it, like I can tell, like, and they don't know it. I've had conversations with other fat folks in private about it. And they have shared, like, I've been honestly doing a lot of internal like things with this. And people might be asking, what does this have to do with the strong friend? I feel like it's connected because I feel like if you go and look and see a lot of the relationships within friendships, the strong friend is usually a person that looks like me. And now that I think about it, my mother has probably been the strong friend in some of her friendships and even in her family. And she is dark-skinned as well. We put a lot of labor, and that's why conversations about colorism and anti-fatness is so important to me, because y'all do, unfortunately, we do treat like fat folks, dark-skinned folks as the laborers. Like, I expect you to be here for me. I expect for you to do this stuff. I expect you to be a good listener. People have wanted to be friends with me based off of me being a good listener and all this other stuff. And I'm like, I feel like I'm a good listener, but I think that for me, the only way I was being seen is if I was used in that way. So I feel like that people did not see me because they did not desire me. So how can I be usable? How can people like me? I'm a good listener. I'm ready to provide labor. I'm like a helping hand. I'm a solution, all that other stuff. And I feel like these are parts of me that do exist. But I feel like some people have taken extreme advantages of them. I was having a conversation on Patreon about some people who I am close with have felt so comfortable, and I'm okay with that, felt so comfortable asking me for things like money and stuff. Like, they've asked me, hey, let me borrow this, let me borrow that. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it if I have it. I don't mind like helping folks, but I also wondered, why do you feel so comfortable asking me for things when you have other friends who you party with, people you go out with, people you do all these things? why are these people not showing up for you like that? Why is that? If you cannot ask your close friends for money, then what the fuck are y'all always out for? Like, what is that about? Like, what is it about? You trust me because you know I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to be one of those folks. So why are you partying and laying up and being around folks who you feel like judge you? What is that about? What is that about? Somebody help me understand that. And I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. That's the reason why I'm doing this video. That is the main reason why I'm doing this video. Now, I'm not going to say that all of my friends have been like this, but I just noticed that people have attached themselves or wanted to attach themselves to me based off of what they may see online and think I'm a good person, this and that, I'm a good whatever, I'm gonna make a good friend. I just like, the truth is, I don't want to be a lot of folks' friends. I am at capacity for friendship. And I feel like I'm at capacity because what people are asking for is not even friendship. You're asking for me to perform fucking labor. And I am tired. Friendships are supposed to be a push and pull. Like, give and receive. It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be that. Like, what is that? Like, what is that? And I feel like now I'm in this space where I am pulling back. I'm not actively listening to people vent. I'm tired of getting on the phone and listening to people like within the first 10 minutes of the conversation, it is turning into a therapy session. And it's so bad that when I get on the phone with my therapist, who I pay twice a month to talk about my problems, I'm asking them how they feel and what they got going on. And they have to remind me that, hey girl, this is not about me, this is about you, stop asking. And I'm like, I'm so programmed to be that. That's why when people ask me, well, how do you feel, just what's going on? And I tell them, this is what I got going on. And the person, and like, some folks don't mean no harm. They'll start talking about their problems and their things. And then now it's turned into like, this is why I didn't want to talk about my kid, because I'm already opening up. I don't think I want to hear your stuff, because you just asked me to tell my stuff. And I don't feel like now being a therapist to you, because it's not what I wanted to do. And am I a bad person for that? So I do that a lot. Like and I literally joked about, there's sometimes I don't take phone calls before I record content. I'm just like, I know it's gonna suck all of the energy out. It's like, y'all have no idea. Like, the girls on Patreon know, like, I spend half of my time sometimes, like, listening to, oh, these are my problems, I'm just like, God, like, what is this about? Like, people have now, like, I want to be a friend, No, you don't, girl. Like, no, you do not. It's gotten so bad that even when I am on the apps and people see me, like, oh my gosh, it's the King of Reads. Like, I want to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend, because you're not asking me for friendship. You want me to perform labor. You want me to keep you happy, laughing. And I don't want to do that, mamas. I don't want to do that. So now that I have stopped, it's like the girls are just running like, oh girl, what's going on? It's just, huh? But I'm tired. Strong friends are tired. We're tired, girl. Inflation beating our ass too. And it's just like, I love my friends, I love all my people, but I need for me to be able to have something. Like, I need to have something to myself. Like, I need to feel as if all of my friendships are not built off of just me being said person. I want to be more than just a person performing labor. Because what happens when I am unable to perform labor? Are you then going to want to check up on me and be around me? And what is it when I'm no longer useful in that type of aspect? Will you still continue to be my friend? Or will you dispose of me? And I think a lot of folks have disposed of some people. I think that's the question that is on my mind. And I know I started this conversation saying I'm not okay, because I'm not. The last month has probably been really like a mixture of seasonal depression and just things like I couldn't even go to sleep last night. Like I was just thinking about all the stuff I need to fix. Like it was just like, girl, you need to do this. And then every time I would go to sleep, it would be like, oh, gotta do this and that. Which is why yesterday I had a chance to repot my plants. And one of my friends was over here and he helped me, repot them. So I definitely appreciate him doing that. But that was something I was like, I need to repot my plants. Like I was starting to notice that the things that I, normally do, I was not doing anymore. Like I had structure. I went to bed at a certain time. I was waking up, going to the gym. Not done that in like 2 weeks. Not done that much this month, period. Just haven't been in the mood to do it. And the moment I came out of the depression is when I got sick with a cold. And I'm like, my immune system was probably weakened because I was depressed. And then I knew that I was depressed because I had forgot probably once or twice if I had taken my HIV medication. And the last time I've forgotten to take my HIV medication or was just having to remind myself was when I was experiencing homelessness. And that was back in 2018. So I'm like, oh my gosh. Yes, things might seem like, oh my gosh, Justin's career is doing this and that. Have all these things or whatever you might see as things. But yeah, girl, and no. No. I think since 2021, 2020 wasn't bad, but I felt like in 2021, I just lost the ability to create for a minute. I was just like, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't. But 2021 was a good year, and then it got very rocky. I went through a breakup that took a lot out of me mentally. I was closing on my house, and that was extremely draining because I did not expect it to be that terrible, but it was bad. And then I lost my brother in August. And during the time I lost my brother, I was dealing with drama from a person accusing me of not paying them for content they said they created and they didn't. And it was just like, girl, like, and there's no shade, I still have not received an apology from that. That person still has not apologized publicly or anything, just like literally tried to ruin my career online and then reactivate some drama with another person. It's just like, I am tired. I was tired. So, and around that time I had got sick, I had strep throat. So in somewhat shape or form, I feel like that I am still in 2021, to be honest. Like, and I feel like that's just me realizing and seeing that this new year in 2023, I'm like, girl, I'm still not over 2021. Like, I'm still not over that. But it's like, girl, it's 2023. It's 2023, girl. Like, what's going on? I mean, I feel like I've been doing a good job the last couple of months of like self-medicating, structure, gym, getting rest, and I feel like it just wasn't enough. So fortunately, I've been able to get in contact with a psychiatrist and possibly getting on some ADHD medication and maybe some antidepressants or something, because girl, she's been cooking. She's been cooking me. And I think I've exerted myself a little too much in the last couple of months, and like I need to be more honest. And I think that's something that my therapist said, that I cannot continue to quote unquote pretend to be the strong friend, because I am human, and I feel as though I can't let the people close to me know that I'm going through something, because it's at the end, like, if I'm going through something, who is going to be there for them? But it's also like I should not be taking on more than what I can do. And I feel like I have been taking on a lot. And I feel like now I've just completely shut down. Girl, it's so bad that I usually talk to my mother at least every day. I have went days without talking to her. I'm just like, girl, I just don't feel like talking. And girl, y'all know Linda. She's a very inquisitive child. She knew I was HIV positive before I even told her. Like, she didn't know it was that, but she knew that something was not right. And then I had received some news that was like concerning. But also, my brother could have told her that I was positive, because my brother was the first person I told that I was positive. So I'm wondering if he probably told her, like, girl, don't say shit, but check on your son. I'm wondering. But yes, you know, mothers, they be inquisitive. I love my mama to death. I love her a lot. But Linda asked about a last minute plane ticket, and I'm trying to tell her I'm good, and my voice is gone. Linda ain't trying to hear this shit. She bought her a ticket and she coming to Atlanta tomorrow. So I'm saying this to the folks who are the strong friends, that you cannot continue to be the strong friend. And for the people who are relying on a strong friend as, you know, because we understand therapy is high, it's expensive. Girl, I'm almost about to cut I'm like, girl, this is a damn high ass phone bill. To my damn near $300 a month. Like, girl, like, what's the tea? And for 2 sessions. I know folks gonna say, well, I pay this much. Like, yeah, girl, you know, but I like my therapists. They're pretty good. But we try to be there for our friends. We do. I think it's important to ask our friends, hey, like, I wanna have a conversation. Can you just listen to me for a second? Like, let people consent to that first. And if they're hesitant, stop. I feel like immediately if somebody's hesitant, when you ask, they might not be in a good mood to receive it. And I feel like they might be bad in feeling bad for saying, no, I'm not. Because I be feeling bad. And so I say, yes. I understand we're all trying to survive this capitalist world, but we have to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. I have to put my mask on before I put on anybody else's mask. And I think the start of February is when I'm going to start doing that. Like, I cannot allow myself to continue to be that strong friend, because it isn't a real thing. And it's beating my ass. And it has beaten my ass. And yeah, so for those who rely on a strong friend, or quote unquote strong friend, learn to not. I don't know how to say that. And for the people who consider themselves a strong friend, I want you to really think about that. Because your ass is not Captain America, bitch. You ain't got no super serum, none of that. You are not whatever, da 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 da. We're not licensed professionals. We're not licensed therapists. We're not that. We can only do so much. And we don't necessarily have the tools on how to put stuff back in the box. So we can, and girl, I've been trying. And the box said, girl, she'll knock the shit off the table. She flipped the table over. So yes, I'm gonna make sure that I am putting on my mask. And I think that I am going to be more honest about how I feel about stuff. I feel like some people, unfortunately, like, view me as this person that will like bite somebody's head off and just king of reeds and gonna drag. It's like, so a lot of times I hold back so I don't be perceived as that. And I don't also want to be perceived as someone who is aggressive, because that is oftentimes something that's put on people who look like me, people who are dark skinned, people with larger bodies. And I just don't want to be labeled that. So sometimes I hold back. And also people's perception of me online. So there's that. I appreciate you all for watching and engaging in my content and loving on me and checking up on me. I just wanted to put something out there and be honest. Now you probably will see me laugh and joke about something tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's the end of the world. But it's just like, we have our moments. And this was a moment of vulnerability, and I'm glad I was able to get that out, and I feel so much better. And I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all are doing well. Bye.